There's like a lot of little, like, toddlers playing on the floor.
Mm-hmm. Who are these toddlers?
I think they're my children.
Mm-hmm. How many do you see?
A lot.
A lot.
8.
8. Mm-hmm. Are they male or female? Take a look. Both. Mm-hmm. And as you look at these toddlers, what else do you see in this place?
Table.
Table. Mm-hmm. What kind of table do you see?
Like a wooden dining table.
Mm-hmm. Is it a new table or an old type table?
Old.
Old. Mm-hmm. Look around. What other furniture do you see there?
Not very much.
Not very much. Mm-hmm. And as you look at this scene, I'd like for you now to notice yourself. As you're walking in, look down at your feet. What do you see?
My work boots.
My work boots. Mm-hmm. Are you male or female?
Male.
Male. What else are you wearing besides just work boots?
It's like blue jean pants, but they're homemade.
Mm-hmm. Are you wearing a shirt?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What does your shirt look like?
I think it's called chambray. It's kind of like blue jean, but it's light blue.
Mm-hmm. And look at your hands. What do your hands look like?
Worn and tan, calloused.
Yes. And let's look at your face and your hair. What do you look like?
Kind of like my hands. Worn and tan.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
34.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about this scene. Who are these children?
They're mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just got home from work.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
Construction.
Construction. So let's go inside and let's see your whole family. Tell me what happens as you walk in that door.
My kids come up to me.
Mm-hmm.
They're happy I'm home.
How do you feel?
Happy.
Mm-hmm. Connect with those children. Connect with that feeling. Connect with the happiness. And just fill your entire body with happy. What else is going through your mind?
I'm sad because I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I have to leave for work. There's no work here.
Mm-hmm.
I have to leave to make money for my family.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to miss them.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like for you to look at these children. Take a good, long look at these children. And tell me if you can see their eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. Do you recognize those eyes? Do they seem familiar?
I can't really see their eyes. They kind of all blend together.
All right, very good. So let's see what happens next. I'd like for you to close that scene now, and let's move forward to the next important scene from that lifetime. Be there now. Where are you?
I'm out in a field. I'm working there.
What kind of field work do you do?
I'm building a railroad.
Mm-hmm. So I'd like for you to connect with your feelings and tell me what's going on and with your emotions.
I'm tired. It's long days.
Mm-hmm.
I miss my home.
I miss my home. Mm-hmm.
I miss my kids.
Mm-hmm.
I think one of them died while I was gone.
Mm-hmm. So feel those feelings.
I don't really want to be there, but I know I have to.
Mm-hmm. Out of obligation.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Is there anything important about this place where you work? No.
Some of the other men are mean to me. They're like rude. I'm younger than most of them.
Mm-hmm. How does that affect you?
They think I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to do my job.
How does that make you feel?
Just frustrated. It makes me want to not be there even more.
Mm-hmm. But you're stuck there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's see how long you're there. I'd like for you now to close that scene and let's go to when you finally leave this place and the next significant event happens. Where are you? What do you experience?
I don't know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a physical body?
Yeah. I'm trying to get back home, but I'm lost.
Mm-hmm. Are you walking or are you... What's happening?
I think I have a horse, but something's wrong with it. I can't ride it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, leading it by a rope.
Yes. So check in with your emotions. Tell me what's happening. The more you talk.
I feel okay. I mean, I'm smart. I have some food. I think there's a stream or something ahead. I'm thirsty. I need some water, but I'm in the mountains and I'm not sure which way to go to get home.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what happens next.
I have one of those like round things that the cowboys have that you unscrew the top and you can put water in it and
Mm-hmm.
canteen or
Like a
something.
canteen. Mm-hmm.
And I'm at the stream and I'm putting water in it and I think Indians are watching me.
Mm-hmm.
Like American Indians.
Mm-hmm. What's going through your senses? I want you to just connect all your senses. What do you feel?
I feel okay, but I'm a little on edge. I'm not sure if they're friendly,
Mm-hmm.
if they're going to approach me. It's starting to get dark, and I know I need to, make a fire. I feel confident in myself, but I'm I'm just a little unsure, who they are.
All right. So I'd like for you to advance that scene, fast forward it to when something actually happens.
The leader, they come down and talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I already have my fire made. They watched me a long time. They watched me set up camp.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking, but they don't know a lot of English.
Mm-hmm.
They just know some words.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to communicate, but they seem friendly. And I think they're trying to help me. They're trying to help me find my way. I'm asking about a pass, and I'm describing like what a rock formation looks like that I'm trying to find that helps like guide me home.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten off the path somehow. So I think they're trying to give me help to get home. They're friendly. I feel comfortable with them. We share some food.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Is there anything else interesting or important about that?
There's a lightning strike,
mm-hmm.
like a storm's coming in. And
mm-hmm.
There's something significant about the lightning strike, but it just gets my attention, but I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what happens next. Close this scene and advance it to the next important scene. Well, you'll know the answer.
I wasn't far off the path.
Mm-hmm. What's happened?
My house caught fire from the lightning. I'm running as fast as I can across the pasture to get to it, but like there's nobody around. I don't know where everyone is. I don't know if they're inside or...
Tell me what happens.
I can't get very close. The house is completely in flames. I can't even get, the heat's just too much, and I'm angry with myself that I can't get in because I don't know where anybody is. I don't know what to do. I'm by myself.
So I'd like for you to advance that scene. Advance it until there is a resolution, until you know what happens.
The house is burned down. It's just like almost nothing. It's just ashes on the ground.
What's happened to your family?
I don't know. I'm afraid they're gone, but I can't tell if they were there. There's nothing left.
What do you do next?
I'm trying to get to town. Oh, my horse is worse. It's in bad shape. I don't want to leave it, but I think I'm going to have to. I just tied it to a tree by the house, and I'm going to try to walk to town.
So advance the scene until you reach your destination. happens when you get to town?
I'm talking to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew, that the house even burned. They don't know. They don't know where my family is. Someone said they thought
What did they think?
They thought my mother they thought my mother took the children to visit family out of town.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to buy a horse. I'm trying to find someone to sell me a horse so I can ride there and see. So it's too far to walk.
Mm-hmm. What happens next?
I'm riding just fast.
Mm-hmm.
As fast as the horse can go.
All right. I'm going to snap my fingers and you'll be there. What do you see? What do you experience?
I'm at a house. I see it. I'm getting off my horse and I'm going up to the door. And I don't even knock. I just walk in and all my kids are there. All my kids are there and I'm so happy.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even at home. They didn't even know about the house.
Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel now?
Very relieved.
How does that change your perspective about your life?
Just so grateful.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'd lost everything. They're so big, I haven't seen them in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So now that we know that, I'd like for you to close the scene and let's go to the last day of your life in that lifetime. Move forward now to the last day of your life. Where are you?
I'm in that same house.
Mm-hmm. Are you the same age or older?
No, I'm a lot older.
Mm-hmm. What's happening there?
I'm just laying in a bed.
Mm-hmm. Are you alone or are there others with you?
No, it's like a whole bunch of people. My kids and are grown and my grandkids are all in the room.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel with all your family around?
I feel happy.
Mm-hmm. And as you're there with your family, what thoughts are coming through? What are you thinking about?
It's been difficult, but it's been a good life. I'm proud that I kept my family together. My wife died many years ago in childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
She's never been there. Just my mother like took over raising my children, and she's gone now. But my kids are grown and they're together. They're all healthy and happy.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yes.
So with that thought in your mind and that feeling in your heart, I'd like for you now to take your last breath in that lifetime. Taking that last breath and detaching from that body. And as you detach, tell me what happens. What do you see and experience?
I see myself like from an outside perspective, like I'm having an out-of-body experience. I'm looking down at myself in the bed, and I see my family.
Yes. And from that perspective, you could see that life totally different. You could see the purpose of that life and the lessons that you learned. What was the purpose of living that life that way?
It's okay if it's hard, you know, it's still worth it.
And what lessons did you learn?
Be grateful for family.
Very good. And as you detach even more, tell me where it is that you go after you leave that scene. Where does your spirit go?
In the stars.
The stars. Describe it for me.
I'm just like floating through the stars. It's like a night sky, you know, it's dark, but all the lots and lots of like twinkling lights.
And as you go through the stars, do you have any type of body, any form?
I don't think so. Just like energy. It's like it's almost I picture like a piece of glass that has like a handprint on it. So it's just like that the print, you know, like a hand, not shaped like a hand, but like just that print, you know, translucent.
So where do you go in these stars? Let's follow and see. Keep going through it until the scene changes. What do you experience? Tell me everything you see.
I still just see stars, like darkness and stars, but like the word Pleiades keeps coming to mind.
So I'd like for you to follow that word, that thought. In that form, your intention takes you there. And tell me what you experience. What happens next?
I'm like meeting with some people.
A meeting with some people.
They're like like together in a room, but the room doesn't really have like form, you know.
How many people do you see in this room?
8.
And you'll be able to connect with them mind to mind. Who are these 8 people?
The council.
The council. What is the reason for you being in this room with the council today?
we're like discussing, making some decisions about me, what I'm.
Are you separate from the council, or are you part of them?
I think I'm a part of it.
Mm-hmm. And what do they look like, this council? How do they appear to you?
Everyone looks like older, long, white hair. Some men, some women.
Mm-hmm. Are they wearing any type of attire?
Yeah, we all have like the same thing. It's like robes, like white robes.
White robes. So now that you're in this council, we're going to hone in on this conversation. We're going to hone in on the reason why you're there at this time. As I touch your third eye, you'll open up to all of that information. What's the reason why you're together today?
We're discussing and making decisions like about
you'll understand fully. You'll understand the big concepts.
We help other souls figure out where they're going to transition to next.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big, we're sitting around like it's like we're sitting around a table, but I don't see the table.
Yes.
But in the middle of the table, there's like a big, like a really large, like dome-shaped, like stone, kind of greenish. I think it represents Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And we're using it to make decisions somehow.
So just take a deep breath in and allow yourself to just acclimate even more into the mind. You'll understand it fully. What decisions need to be made today about Earth?
The stone, like, it rotates. It's like a globe, but only a portion of it sticks up above the table at a time, and then we can like move it to different locations are featured above the table. And we're making decisions like where we send souls depending on what's needed.
Who are these souls that you send?
Just other souls that have chosen to incarnate on Earth to help the planet.
So these souls that are sending, they're volunteers?
Yes.
They're not directed to do it?
No.
No. Okay.
No, they volunteered to go.
So what is the reason that Earth needs these souls?
There's a lot of work.
What kind of work?
The vibration needs to be raised. It's really struggling, and some areas are struggling more than others, and different souls bring different skills.
Yes.
And so we're like deciding where they can have the most impact.
Where are you gathering these souls from? Where do they come from?
There's like a line going down a hallway. And then when the next one in line like steps up, and the council moves the globe around and decides the location, and then that soul like takes off almost like they're wearing a jetpack and just whoosh, and it's just like heads like head first, just just faster than the speed of light, just zooms to Earth. And
what are the specialties that are needed at Earth at this time that these souls have? How is it that they're raising the vibration?
Teaching. They're going to teach.
What is it that they teach on Earth?
They teach people they come in contact with not to be afraid of what they really feel inside. That they know the ultimate truth.
What is that truth?
That they're one with Source. That they're powerful beyond their current belief.
And will they remember that when they get to Earth?
Eventually. At different ages. Some when they're young, and some maybe not until they're very old. But when the time's right, they will.
So the ultimate is to remember that they are one with Source. That's what they need to remember.
That's what they're teaching the people. They will remember. Some of the souls going there will remember their purpose when they're young, and some will remember their purpose when they're older. But their purpose is to teach when the people on Earth that they come in contact with, to teach them that the ultimate goal in life is not to collect stuff. It's to share love and appreciate Gaia and return to Source ultimately. That they're one with Source. They don't.
There's no separation.
No, and there's no there's no rules. They don't have to worry about reading the right books and following special rules. They know inside themselves what is right and what is true. They don't have to be taught these things. They don't have to go to a building. They don't have to be told by other people. They just need to look inside themselves, and they will know the truth. It's in there. You don't have to be taught it by someone else.
So this is what these souls are teaching.
Yes.
Has Gaia ever had people on it that knew this already?
Absolutely.
So what happened that they forgot?
For millennia, but the powers, the darker forces have brought in artificial restraints like rules and money to control people and to try to keep the majority of the power on Gaia dark. And it's the balance has been tipped. It's in the past, in the recent past, it's tipping more towards the dark. And so we are sending more souls to Earth with this mission to empower the people and awaken those that will be awakened, and some will not.
What happens to those souls that are not awoken?
They will continue to live in the dark and perish with the earth.
Mm-hmm. So what is it? What is the reason why this soul, this entity named Pamela, has been brought to Earth? What was the decision that was made for her to come to Earth? Is she part of this council?
Yes, she's a part of the council. She's very powerful. There's so much work to be done, and some of the souls that are coming are losing their intention with the negative powers on Gaia. And so she has volunteered to come as a representative for the council. Mm-hmm. She's very powerful. She can help find the souls that came here with the right intention and help remind them of their purpose and help bring them back to the light.
If this soul was so powerful coming into Gaia, why did this soul choose a family that was so in the dark?
So she can understand how these souls that came here with that intention, how they can be trapped in the dark. Mm-hmm. Now she understands how even the right intention can get trapped. Mm-hmm. But she's awakening.
Mm-hmm. So why has she had to have these experiences? With so much pain?
So she will have patience with those stuck in the dark. She knows what it's like.
Mm-hmm. Did she choose all of these experiences?
Not all of them. Mm-hmm. Some of them were just the darkness catching her at times of weakness.
Mm-hmm. How is she doing now?
Much better. It's like a caterpillar and going through the chrysalis and then emerging again.
Yes.
As a butterfly, and she's starting to emerge. So she's at that first stage where she is still going through the pain of emerging and being fearful of her power, that it doesn't seem right, even though she knows inside that it is.
Yes. But this emergence has caused a lot of pain in her body.
Yes.
She's even having, her fingers are not even operating anymore. She's having sensations in her body. She's not able to work anymore. Why that?
She's used her body too much and not her mind. She suffers when she uses the computer too much. It can be a portal for darkness if not used carefully.
Is that why she shut herself off from that? Is that a self-imposed restriction? Or has that been infiltrated by the dark to keep her back?
I'm sorry, Alba, I don't understand the question.
Has she self-imposed those restrictions on herself?
The pain? Yes. Yes. It's the only way she can stop herself.
Okay.
Is if it's so painful in the current body to do it, she'll stop.
Okay. Does she need to have this pain anymore? Does she need to have this painful reminder? Or do you think that she is at a point now where she can trust herself to not use that pain?
Not yet.
Not yet.
She's getting there, but she still has work to do. She needs to eliminate these things from her life completely in order to progress.
All right, let's find out what are the things that she needs to eliminate. Tell me one that she needs to eliminate.
Meat from the diet.
All right, what's meat causing in her diet?
She can't truly progress her purpose on Gaia if she doesn't restrict that urge to consume other inhabitants of the planet. It's been an important part of her life in the past, and she feels like it's impossible to step away from. She can still have fish, but she needs to eliminate all red meat and chicken.
What about pork?
No pork. She hasn't had pork in a pretty long time. All she can't have pork.
So those things that walk on the earth.
Yes.
Those sentient beings she cannot consume.
Yes.
Okay.
And fish are sentient beings as well. However, they were put here to help sustain life.
Okay. So they have a purpose.
Yes.
Okay, very good. What else is keeping her back from progressing?
The television. She needs to just get rid of it. Don't even have the machine in the house.
What happens when she watches the television?
She gets consumed in it. She gets feeling emotions that are connected with the negative power, watching the news, watching anything that shows violence. And she knows that she feels it. She feels it in her body. She hates watching it, but she gets in a trance too easily.
Yes.
And she will watch it for hours, and it just pollutes her mind, and it wastes her time, and it removes her from her purpose.
So your suggestion would be just to remove the box, remove the television?
Yes.
Okay. What else? What else does she need to eliminate from her life, these distractions, from her purpose?
The internet can be used to connect people, but she has to eliminate everything that is not serving her purpose.
What in particular? She says she watches, for example, shows on Gaia. Obviously, she watches my videos.
Those are fine. She watches those on a different device.
Okay.
Those help enlighten her and awaken her and make her feel not alone in what she's experiencing. Those are encouraging. But almost anything else is detrimental.
Okay. Anything that has news on it, that has...
Eliminate it.
Eliminate it.
100%.
Okay, good.
It also keeps her indoors. She has to be outside so much more.
So what kind of activities should she be doing?
We brought Lucy into her life to help with that.
Does Lucy know what her purpose is in her life?
Yes, but Lucy is a dog. She can't express it.
She can't talk to her.
She talks to her in her mind.
Yes.
But...
So if she spends her time focusing on Lucy's needs to be outdoors too.
Absolutely.
Will that help her?
Yes.
What happens when she goes out in nature?
She relaxes. She connects with her true self. She re-energizes her power.
Anything else that you would suggest that she either eliminate or add?
Just be near water.
What?
Moving water.
Moving water.
It has to be moving.
What does moving water do?
It has energetic characteristics that fuel the spirit. It cleanses the spirit. She cannot be in stagnant water.
So she needs no lakes, for example.
No.
But she could be in the ocean, she could be in a stream or a river.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Now she tells me she's always alone. Is that on purpose? Or has she kept herself alone?
Yes, she's choosing this because of her pain. She's fighting her purpose. That's why we have to keep her in physical pain. Being still is actually more painful for her than moving. So the joint pain forces her to get up and move, but she needs to move outside. She struggles with meeting people. She's in a very isolated area that does not have other souls. She needs to travel more and be out meeting new people. No one is going to come to save her. She has to save herself.
Okay.
And she knows this.
That seems to be the same thing that happens to a lot of people, doesn't it?
Yes.
Is this what's going on with all of these volunteers, that they seem to all be doing the same thing? Keeping alone?
There's so much density on Earth. It's so heavy here. It's very challenging. I mean, even for her, and she's from the council, so you can see the other souls struggle in this environment. And So they need to find one another, but they have to get out to do that.
They actually have to make the decision to get out there.
Yes.
Good.
And then once they connect with one another, it will create a web, if you will, around Gaia. And that's what we're plan is, to create this web. And the more points in the web, like ley lines, the more Gaia will benefit.
So you're saying that it's very important for these volunteers, these souls who have come here, to connect with each other.
Yes.
Okay.
As you know, with your gathering.
Yes.
It strengthens the web.
Very good. So it is very important for them to meet.
Yes.
And just be with each other.
Yes.
Okay, very good. But see, I know that Pamela feels very different than others.
She is different.
Okay, can you tell her why it is that she's so different?
Because she is from the council.
Okay. And as from being from the council, does that have any other, how does that set her aside from others?
She has more power, but that means she has more responsibility. This responsibility is very heavy. She must get out there and fulfill her purpose here, because it holds back other souls from being able to fulfill theirs. That's why she was sent, because she has to join these other souls in places where it's lacking.
So is there a reason why she went to Hawaii, for example? Was she supposed to be there?
Absolutely. That's where she learned. That's where she separated herself from the negativity in a physical sense. It's a very enlightened environment. She was in the ocean almost daily. It recharged her. It is what it took for her to break through the chrysalis and begin her emergence.
But now where? Ever since she's come back from Hawaii, she has felt her body begin to fail her, begin to get stiffened.
Yes.
Where should she live now?
Back in Hawaii.
So she needs to go back to Hawaii.
She does. She struggles with the thought because it feels isolated. But that's where her power is. And with that power, she can transcend space and connect with the other souls that she's here to help guide. She doesn't have to be with them physically. She can connect with them through space.
Okay. She tells me she feels detached from people. Is that on purpose?
She's had a hard life. A lot of pain. She's okay. She feels detached for protection.
Yes. Is she doing anything else for protection?
She thinks she's protecting herself by isolating. It's not. This is one of the reasons we've given her the physical issues. To force her to get out and move more. And this will put her in line with connecting with the right people on this planet and fulfilling her purpose.
Now, during doing her purpose, she's come here to teach. Is that correct? Or what? What is she supposed to be doing?
More of a powerhouse.
Okay.
She's here just to put the energy in the web to connect the other souls so they can do their purpose.
Okay.
She just needs to reconnect with her energy and meditate and send out her vibration.
Mm-hmm. But while she's doing this, I know that she is a human being now, and she's supposed to be putting out this web, but as a job, for example, doing something to be of service of others.
Yes.
What can she be doing on Earth while she's here?
She needs to be speaking to others about the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to people. Many people have these thoughts and feelings about ascension.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's not discussed, they never tell anyone because they feel like they're not proper thoughts to have.
Yes.
They're not accepted. So she needs to speak to everyone she can. She can travel and speak to people about ascending. And that this is the goal of our souls on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to talk about Gaia and taking care of Gaia. She needs to encourage people to live simpler lives that respect Gaia and her resources.
Mm-hmm. What about her past? Should she be using her experiences for the benefit of others or herself?
No.
No. Leave that be.
Yeah, it will not benefit
It will not
her to keep bringing up that discussion.
Mm-hmm.
If she helps raise the vibration, those issues will become less common.
Okay. So really talking about her past is almost like turning on the news.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Now I know that you said that these things that you've given her, these illnesses, are to hold her, to keep her moving. But it seems like the immune system is attacking itself. Is that what's happening?
It's because she's rejecting her purpose.
She is rejecting her purpose.
Yes, the negativity, the not fulfilling her purpose and allowing herself, when she knows better, to get caught up in the negativity and the density of this planet. It's taking a toll on her physical human body.
Okay. Can that be reversed?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When she lives properly, it will be reversed.
Okay, very good. Now she tells me that as a child she had psychic abilities. Did she come into this earth knowing more about her purpose and being able to connect?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened to those psychic abilities?
When she was vulnerable as a child, she was taken advantage of. And because of that, she shut them down herself.
Okay. Where has she put all of these psychic abilities? All of these things that she came in?
They're still there.
They're still there.
She just closed her heart chakra.
Okay. And as you breathe that through, see if now look down at that root chakra and see how that has affected the root chakra.
There's something dark there.
All right. Is that something dark that Pamela has made, or has it attached to her?
It's attached.
All right. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to put my hand over that area and begin to bring up that energy. And as I do, I'd like for you to go ahead and give this energy your lips and your voice. You there. Are you male or female energy?
Male.
Male. What is your name, please?
Akaris.
Akaris. Akaris, how old are you?
14.
14. Akaris, what year is it for you?
I don't know. We don't keep time.
You don't keep time. Where do you come from, Akaris?
Egypt.
Egypt. So tell me, Akaris, what is it that attracted you to Pamela?
I found safety.
You found safety. Ataris, did you ever have a human body or any type of body? What happened to your body?
I was killed.
How were you killed?
I was murdered.
By whom?
Some men in the village.
What was the reason they killed you?
I was their sex slave.
You were their sex slave. And what happened that they caused you your death?
I tried to escape.
Okay. So, did you ever go to the light, Akaris, after that? Or did you just wander?
No. I don't know about the light.
Okay. So, Akaris, since you've been with her, how old was she when you found her?
In the womb.
In the womb. And why is it that you were attracted to her in the womb?
She's powerful, so I wanted to hide there.
Ah.
I thought she could protect me.
Has she protected you?
Yes.
But Akaris, you see, this is not your body. When one loses their body and it dies, you need to go to the light. Did you not know about the light?
No.
You see, Akaris, everyone comes from the light. That is our source. And that light is within you. And if you look now carefully, you will find that light. Go ahead. Tell me, Akaris, when you find a light. It may be a tiny, tiny little speck, but it's there.
I see something white, but it looks like a lamb.
Look for the light within you.
I think it's inside the lamb.
All right. Let's take a look and see why the lamb is there. What does that lamb represent to you?
It was my companion.
Ah, so your companion has come with you to remind you of this?
I think so.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
What is your lamb's name? What did you call your lamb?
Ambi.
Ambi. So if Ambi has come with you and showing you that light, I'd like for you now to look at that light and make it bigger. All you have to do is use your mind.
Yes.
And how does that light feel to you?
It's good.
All right,
my friend.
All right, now let's make that light even bigger. Tell me how that feels to your soul.
Feel safe.
Is this what you were looking for?
Yes.
Yes. So tell me, Akaris, all this time that you've been with Pamela, how have you been affecting her? Have you been talking to her?
Sometimes.
What do you make her do?
I just tell her to stay away.
Stay away from what?
From me. From her sex organs.
From her sex organs. Is that benefiting her?
I don't know.
You don't know. Sometimes she feels like there's two people inside of her. Is that you?
Yes.
So what have you been trying to tell her? Are you trying to just keep her safe too?
Try to keep me safe.
Okay. So now, Akaris, that you're feeling this light within you, do you need to have her anymore to make you feel safe?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So I'd like for you to make that light even bigger now. And I'd like for you to look through that light and tell me what's on the other side. What's on the other side?
Like a tunnel.
Does it feel good?
Yes.
Yes. So, Akaris, I'd like for you now to tell Pamela what you feel about what you've done to her all this time. Telling her to keep away.
Thank you for letting me stay here.
Take a deep breath in now. Pamela, what would you like to tell Akaris? Can you forgive him?
Yes.
Yes. Are you ready to release Akaris now? Can you forgive deeply?
Yes.
All right. So I'd like for you now, Pamela, to go deep inside of that root chakra, into those organs, and I want you to see all of the ways in which Akaris has connected to your organs. What does that look like there?
Just like a like a mesh.
All right. So I'd like for you to just use your own light and begin to pull out. I don't want you to cut anything, because you know what happens when you cut little bushes, they just grow back. I want you to pull from the inside all of that mesh, all of those roots. Pull them out. And as you pull them out, I'm going to ask my Archangel Michael to come by, and I'd like for you to give him all of that mesh that you've had. And he has this blue flame sword, and he can just dissolve all of that himself. Go ahead and do that, and tell me what's happening as you're pulling all that out. What do you feel?
Archangel Michael has a basket, and I'm filling it up.
Ah, beautiful. Beautiful.
Like a wicker basket.
Good. And tell me when you're done.
I'm done.
Very good. So now, let me address Akaris. Akaris, now that she has detached you completely from her body, I'd like for you now to go with Archangel Michael. He's going to take you straight home to the light, and tell me when you get there.
Okay.
What do you see there, Akaris?
My mother.
What does she say to you?
I've missed you.
Give her a big hug. And may the light of the universe always accompany you, Akaris. Thank you so much. Good. And I'd like to ask for Archangel Raphael to step forward, and through your feet, begin to put in all of that beautiful green healing light, saturating your entire body, filling that space where Akaris was, filling your heart, filling your hands, your spine, your neck, all of those areas that need healing. And that green light is like a lubricating light, so that anything that tries to attach itself again will just slip right off. And as it heals, I want you to just scan your body once again and see if there's how that root chakra looks now.
It's good.
Good. So I'd like for you to begin spinning that chakra, spinning it as fast as you can. And let's move up the chakras. Move up the next chakra and spin it as fast as you can. Continue in your own pace until you get to the crown chakra. Make sure that they're all spinning as fast as you can make them spin. Energizing that body, bringing it back to life. And as we look at that, I'd like to ask now, what is the reason why Pamela has had to sleep so much? What happens in her sleep?
She's downloading messages from us.
Okay. And is this from the Pleiades?
From the council.
From the council. Is the council in the Pleiades or somewhere else?
In the Pleiades.
Okay, very good. And knowing now that you are part of the council, why is it that she has had so much objection towards Christianity, towards Jesus and God? What caused all that?
She was taught very young that the St. James Bible was the truth, and the light and the only way to source.
Yes.
But she's always known inside that that's only less than 1% of the truth and the knowledge.
So now that we understand that she is on the council, is there any message from Jesus or from God directly that she needs to hear today?
We are here. We are with you. While information gets distorted with time, the message of love is real, and you are a part of that.
Good. Thank you so much. And briefly, we talked to Michael. Is there any message from Mike B for her?
I'm with you.
Has Mike gone to the light?
Yes.
He's
an angel.
He's an angel. Very good. If he's an angel, I want to know why she had so many problems, challenges getting to this appointment. Was there a reason why, again, there were challenges?
Yes. Just to learn that because something is difficult doesn't mean it wasn't meant to be.
Okay. So one of the difficulties that she is experiencing is being able to finance going to the introspective hypnosis class. Should she be taking it? Does she need it?
No, it's not her time yet.
Not her time yet. Okay, very good. So is there a reason, a particular reason why you brought her here to this session today? What did she need to know?
Many reasons. She needed to know that her mother had her own challenges. She does not need to feel betrayed. Her mother was not capable of protecting her. She should still love herself. and that she is powerful, that she does have a purpose, and she often prays to transition, but she will be here a long time. So she should just fulfill her purpose and she'll find her happiness. She's only unhappy because she's fighting against her true nature.
Very good. Any other advice?
Don't worry about everyone else. They'll be okay. You have a purpose that's higher than any of that.
Good.
That's what will make you most happy. Fulfill that purpose. Everyone else will be okay.